Hey guys, Team Pokemon here. In today's video, we're going over all of my Hundo and Nundo Pokemon, my 100 IV and my 0 IV. So we got the best ones, and then we got the Ganabashi ones. We're going to go over both in the same video because I feel like it just makes sense. Go from the best to the worst. But we'll start with the Hundos because we got our very first Hundo here, which was caught all the way back in 2016. This was when I first got into the game, about a month into the game, and I didn't even remember that I had this in the account when I came back into the game. And my gosh, Angie Ball caught in 2016, definitely one of my rarest Pokemon, as it's a month into the game when it released just about. And we got a Hundo, which is just stuff you love to see. Then we also got ourselves a Hundo about a year later before I took a break from the game in 2017. So we also take those. We take a Jump Pluff. Well, you know, it was a Hoppip probably evolved into it. But, because honestly I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was. But then we got back into the game, and my gosh, did we get a welcome back into the game. We got a Shundo as my first Hundo back into the game. It was a Shundo Purified Scyther, which evolved into Scizor, and it was a 13-13-14, so at the end of the day, I don't regret it. Like, honestly, it was my first ever Shundo. It was my third Hundo in the account. And talk about, like, a way to enter the game. Like, I had just gotten back into the game about a week and a half before this happened. And I was shook when this happened. But then we also got ourselves a Brother Bear Hundo here, which is a Purified Hundo. And you'll see very early on in the game, I purified a lot of Hundos because I didn't know how good Shadows were. So you'll see a couple mistakes. But at the time, when I did purify this, Ursaluna wasn't even a thing. We didn't even know that was a thing. It came a year later after I purified this. So, you know, I have a little bit, at least, of a defense there because Ursaring wasn't as good. But then we got Spike Ball here a couple of days later. A couple of days after that, we got Aquabird. And you'll see there's some nicknames for about the first year and a half of me catching Hundos. You'll see those. But we got Lift here, which has been lifting in the gyms. Honestly, I should probably power this up even more than it is. But it's another Hundo from 2021. Got Top Lad. We got a mistake here. Now, it's an awesome Hundo. Don't get me wrong. Metagross, great Hundo. It's actually my only Hundo Metagross right now, but it was a 13-14-14 Metagross as a Shadow. And again, at the time I didn't know how good Shadows were, and I was purifying everything. You'll see the next shiny is also a Hundo, sorry, not shiny, is purified as well. And I was doing that a lot, but still very happy to go ahead and pick this up. Like, you know, I have a Hundo for the Mega, but at the end of the day, probably shouldn't have purified. It's probably a mistake, but hey, at the end of the day, we got ourselves a Hundo in the account. Then we got Gru, because we stole the moon. Yeah, Despicable Me, you know, I don't know. I love Despicable Me. But then we move on to my, oh, that's awkward. Move on to my first ever legendary Hundo. That was awkward. I did not know the Aerodactyl was in between them. Another purified Hundo, by the way. But, boom, first ever legendary Hundo was a Rayquaza. I mean, talk about a start for legendary Hundos. An amazing Hundo. Maxing out the level 50, not instantly, but as quickly as I could, because I had to get the XLs. And my gosh, that raid weekend in March, I'll never forget it, because I was just so hyped to get Rayquaza raids in. Got a bunch of shinies. Got a shiny 96 and this Hundo, which you absolutely love to see. Then we got a Hundo Gengar, and I remember this because it was a Ghastly that spawned on the house, and I was like, babe, there's a house spawn Hundo, and we were like going crazy. We both got it. Hers wasn't shiny, mine wasn't shiny. It's okay. House spawn Hundo is awesome. Then we move on to Barnacle Boy, which is just an underrated Pokemon for me. I actually kind of like Barnacle Boy, but I was happy to get this Hundo. I got it from a raid. It was very, very early on. I think it was like the second day of its debut. Stuff you love to see. Then we move on to Azumarill. It was on Marill Research Day. Caught the Hundo. Now, this one's interesting because that Marill Hundo, it could be a 98 or a Hundo. It's the same CP, so I guess I got the lucky roll of it and got the Hundo. Then we got ourselves a Lopunny on the same day. Oh, I didn't even know that was the same day. Nice. Caught it on the same day, the day before my birthday. And then the day after my birthday, I got a purifiable Hundo. So close to being able to purify it on my birthday, but hey, it is what it is. But then we move on. We got ourselves a Great League 100% Altaria. Again, early on in the game, I didn't really know how IVs worked for Shadow Pokemon, for Ultra League, Great League, all that kind of stuff. For Master League, you want Hundos, but for Great League and Ultra League, you want low attack, high defense, and HP, you know. So this one, I used in Great League for a while, but yeah, it is what it is. Then we move on to Lost One. Yeah, the name writes itself. It's, you know, it was a Cubone. I hatched it. This was actually my first ever hatched Hundo, which is pretty cool. And then right after, I got another hatched Hundo about a couple weeks later. And this one was a Hydreigon, well, a Dino, which is now a Hydreigon. It's absolutely maxed out. Waited for Comday to evolve this thing. It is so good. Use it in raids all the time. But then we got ourselves a Hundo from Research, Manectric, and you know what? I feel like I don't want to make the video too long. We're going to go little by little. But then we got Starfire, another Purified Hundo. And then into my second ever Hundo Legendary. Now, I don't have enough XLs to max this thing out, but it maxes out at 4,913. It would technically be my highest CP Pokemon, non-Mega. So maybe when it comes back, I definitely got to do maybe a little bit of raids for it. But then we move on to Posty, which was a Galarian Zigzagoon caught from a raid, which you love to see. Then we got King Doof. On Bidoof Day, we got ourselves a Hundo Bidoof from a research, which you just love to see. Was very happy with that find. Then we got a Bonsly, and then we got a third Hundo Legendary. Now, this is when raids were a little bit cheaper. I was raiding so much for Dialga. I knew it was good in PvP. I knew it was, like average in raids, but I knew I wanted to get this thing, and we made sure to get it, and we maxed it out to level 50. He's still in my PvP team to this day. He still does work. Absolutely love Dialga. Very happy to have that thing in the collection. And then we got 2 Chimechos. Now, these are my only Hundos ever from research breakthrough boxes, and I got them, as you can see, exactly a week apart, which is absolutely crazy. Back-to-back research breakthroughs with a Hundo is pretty insane. And then we had a little bit of a dry spell on Hundos until Halloween rolled around, and we got pimped up the Piplup here with the costume. I mean, it's just perfect. This one was just about a house spawn, which was awesome. It was like we were walking on the dog walk, and it was like 10 steps into the dog walk. Boom, Hundo, stuff you love to see. But then we got my favorite Pokemon, Darkrai, as a Hundo. This was something I really wanted. I was gonna raid Darkrai about as hard as you could, and to get a Hundo Darkrai, I was super, super hyped about it. But then we followed it up with another Hundo Darkrai. Sorry, I did not know there was that many Hundos in between. But another Hundo Darkrai. So I have 2. Still trying to get that Shundo Darkrai, but I have 2 in the account. Stuff you love to see. I'll eventually max this guy to level 50 as well. But in between, as you saw, we got Murky and we got the Mask, which is, you're going to see a little bit of a theme later on. But then we go down, we got ourselves Free Willy, got ourselves Cactus Jack Jr., sorry. Then we got ourselves Sparky, our second Hundo Manectric, hatched a Hundo Bib, got a cool guy. This was during the Ed Sheeran event, and funny enough, this is right when I started my vlogs. Kind of crazy to think that's like, what, 2.5 years ago at this point, I started making vlogs, so, hey, appreciate you guys supporting the channel and bringing me to the point where I'm at now, and I really, really, I really appreciate you guys. That was a cool guy. But we also got 2 Hundo Reshiram's just a day apart. As you can see, back-to-back days. One was caught from a local raid, one was caught from a remote raid, and man, I was shook to get 2 like that. Now, when Reshiram comes back, I gotta do some raids to max the second one out to level 50, but man, I was super hyped to get 2 Hundo Reshirams. I mean, just absolutely crazy. Also got a level 1 Hundo feel with the costume. Stuff you just love to see. This was caught in the wild, which is just absolutely amazing. It was a level 1 Hundo. Again, very stoked about it. But then we also got this one, dress up, because it's in a costume, right? It looks good, but we got this from a raid. This was on the 20th of December. You can see a raid, just stuff you love to see, and we followed that up with a Hundo Galarian Darumaka. Right now it's a Darmanitan, but this was awesome. This was on Christmas. Talk about a Christmas present on Christmas from a research. Just absolutely love to see it. I saw the CP and I freaked out. I'm like, dang, that's crazy. This is before the shiny was released, and it's a really good raid attacker, so happy to get it, and it's a funny Pokemon. But then we got Little One, the Hundo, got ourselves a Macargo, which was my first Hundo of 2022. This was on the house as well, so you love a house spawn Slugma. I evolved it right since. Then we got this one in the Dragon type event very early on in the event. We got this from a raid. Then we got ourselves Easter, which was, the Easter Hundo, and yeah, dang, there was like a little bit of a break in between there, but we got Buttlebee, we got I'm a Star. Then we did a lucky trade before Johto Tour with my mom and got a Shundo wall raid. This one is just absolutely iconic. My second ever Shundo. So it was a year in between my 2 Shundos. You can see trade with Boss Mom. That's my mom. And yeah, we traded that, got ourselves a Shundo, which was just absolutely amazing. And then during the event, we actually hatched 2 Hundos, which was awesome during Johto Tour. Pichu and Yoda, aka Cleffa, which funny enough, we'll see another one later on. But then we got ourselves Simba, the Hundo Litleo, got ourselves another Purified Hundo, got ourselves a Hundo Rockruff. Got this actually before my shiny, so shout out to the remote raids on that. And then we got a second one. Yes, I had 2 Hundo Rockruffs before even catching my first Hundo Rockruff when it debuted. Craziness. But then we got Punchy, the Hundo Hitmonchan, got ourselves Doggo, got ourselves CD, aka the Hundo Seedot. Then we got ourselves Classic Comday for Mudkip, which is my favorite starter Pokemon of all time. And to get this one, I was very hyped, and Again, I love Swampert as well, so I was happy to get it, maxed it out instantly. Got ourselves Minty the Hundo Mantine, got Drago Tree, got Eggy, which is a costumed Chansey, and then we got ourselves two, not one, but two Hundo Stuffles during Community Day. And now this is huge, because this is actually where my fiance got one of her two Shundos in her account. It was specifically this one, the 927 CP. It's now evolved to Beware, but she has a Shundo Beware in her account. And I will say also, this Pokemon Beware is an underrated pick for Master League. I used it for a little bit. I don't know if it's good anymore, but for a little bit, it was pretty good. I can't even lie. But then we got ourselves more Hundos, got ourselves a Hundo Latios, which is crazy because this thing hated me. It took me about 136 raids to get the shiny. Got the Hundo before I got the shiny. But then we got ourselves Froggo, we got Rocky, got ourselves Midnight Run. This one, it lives up to its name because I ran for this one. Basically, somebody had called it out in the Discord, and it was about half a mile away at midnight, and I sprinted for it. For me and my fiance, I caught it. It was a Wigglytuff. It wasn't a, what's it called? It wasn't a Jigglypuff. It was a Wigglytuff in the wild. That was a Hundo. But then we also got ourselves this Quickie level 1, because this was a quick catch Cubone that was level 1 Hundo. And in that event specifically, we were able to evolve it into a Alolan Marowak, so I did it. But then we move on. We got Potty, aka and Crush, and Yoshi. These were all Pokemon caught during the Adventure Week event. Well, actually, hatched. I think all of them are hatched. Yeah, but yeah, we got 3 of them. You can see hatched. Yeah, okay, so I thought so. And then, was the shield on hatched? No, this was during Research Day. That's right. Me and my fiance actually both got the Hundo on Research Day. But yeah, we got 3 shiny hatches, Hundo hatches. But then we got Ratatouille. We got Random Trade. This was with a trade with my brother, where I ended up getting a Hundo Umbreon. Funny enough, earlier that year I traded him a Mewtwo, and he got a Hundo Mewtwo from a random trade. Didn't even go lucky. How crazy is that? But then we move on. We got ourselves our own Hundo Mewtwo after that, I guess, random trade. I guess that perfectly worked out. It was about oh wait, yeah, the random trade was actually after, but since I caught it, I don't even know. But we got this one, Hundo Mewtwo, stuff you love to see. Very, very happy to have that in the collection. But then we got ourselves the Hundo Young Goose, got ourselves Cactus Jack, we got Mega Spoon, aka Hundo Alakazam, stuff you love to see. We got Tony Hawk, we got Ruffles, we got ourselves Mega Mind, because it's a, I don't know, he's got a big mind, I don't know. Then we got Raphael, we got 420 Blaze. This was actually caught in Seattle during Seattle Go Fest. It was between then. This was also hatched in Seattle, and then besides that, I don't think I got anything else. But then we got ourselves this, the Dapper Hundo Pikachu, which you just love to see. This costume looks so good. Unfortunately, I didn't get the shiny myself. I had it traded to me, though, as my friend John had gotten 2 of them, so he was nice enough to go ahead and trade it to me. But I was very, very happy to pick up that Pikachu. And then we got blasting off again, because we got ourselves a Viper. Picked up that Hundo on the Daily Incense, actually, which was pretty cool. But then we got It's a Rock, because the SpongeBob meme, it's not just a boulder, it's a rock. But yeah, then we got ourselves 2 sci-fi UFO, and UFO here again. I mean, 3 Hundo Elgyms. That research loved me. I did so many tasks for it, trying to get that shiny, and then on the last day, I got 3 shinies. So I had 3 Hundos, 3 shinies of it on the event. We also had Kale, Spinny, got Little Cup, Small Hundo, Bronzor. I sometimes throw them in a little cup. We got Rudolph, we got Underrated Hundo, and Toxic Much. Both of those, on its debut event, I was able to get 2 of the Hundos, which you absolutely love to see. Then we got I Don't Know, which is Eevee, because I don't know what I'm going to evolve it into. Let me know in the comments down below, what should I? But then we have 2022 Halloween, where I got 4 Hundo Yamask. The thing absolutely loved me. Got 2 of the normal form and 2 of the Galarian form, and also got a random Hundo Shieldon from an Adventure Sync 5K. Stuff you love to see. Then we got ourselves a Hundo Dragonite out of nowhere. I believe this was in... Oh, no, it was on Calm Day Classic. Sorry, not out of nowhere. It was on Calm Day Classic, and you'll see we get more Dratinis later. But then we got ourselves another Purified Cacnea. Got ourselves Scrambled. We got Kira, my dog, because sometimes she can be feisty and just like Snubble. But then we move on. We got ourselves D's. Yeah, it's gulping. You can finish up the rest of that sentence. But then we hatched 2 Hundo Munchlaxes, which was just absolutely insane. I decided to evolve one of them into the Snorlax because I love Snorlax, and to get a Hundo, I was very happy about it. But also, we got Wintachu here, which is just amazing. This costume didn't come back this year, and I love this costume. It's so good. It's just like a whole fit, and I was very happy to pick up the Hundo. Also got Leak Duck. Shout out to Leak Duck, always with the information. Got ourselves a Hundo Tyranitar, which was hatched during that event randomly out of a 12K egg. Got ourselves a couple other hundos like Cubchoo with the costume. And then to start 2023, my first hundo was 3 days in with a party hat Squirtle from a raid, which you just absolutely love to see. Then we got ourselves a little Meowth, Pick a Peck Hatch, and then we got 2 Dratinis during the Dragon type event. Just absolutely crazy. Got ourselves another Tyranitar during Community Day, which you love to see. Got ourselves a Marill, got ourselves Hoppip, Noivern. Those were, well, not Hoppip, but Noivern was a calm day. Got ourselves Love Disc during Research Day. Totodile before we headed out to Las Vegas for Hoenn Tour Las Vegas and got a Pikachu there, which you absolutely love to see. But we also got a Groudon, which was amazing. Got ourselves a Gulpin as well. Got a Lotad and a... Oh no, this was caught a week later. Oopsies. This was caught a week later during Hoenn Tour Global, which we got a Torchic, got ourselves a Gulpin, the Sableye, and then we got a Hitmonlee during the Hitmon Day not too long after. And following that Hitmonlee is the Wheels Bacon Bird, which you love to absolutely see. This thing is just iconic in the account. It looks so good, and it's my Shundo Bacon Bird. Again, a year about after, caught about a year after the, well, traded, sorry, a year after the other Shundo that I had in my account. So it was like a year in between Shundo. We had one in 2021, one in 2022, one in 2023, and then we'll have 2 that I'll show you later in 2024. Then we got Abra, we got another Snubbull, which is now a Granbull, got Castform, the Sunny version from Research, got Zatu, Munchlax yet again, got Happiny, got ourselves Eevee with the Flower Crown, which was really cool. This was actually hatched, as well as this Pichu, stuff you love to see. We got Pidove, we got Whalmer, Mamoswine, which was during Calm Day. Love Mamoswine, so get this, I was pretty happy about it. Then we got ourselves Girafarig Purified, Mewtwo Purified, and you're probably like, Tony, why did you do that? Because I went 0 for 82. 0 for 82 on Shadow Shiny Mewtwo, and I needed something to show off for that weekend, so we ended up purifying that. Then we got a Hundo Wimpod, Hundo Clauncher. Tried to get Shiny Clauncher during that event. Was unsuccessful, but hey, it is what it is. Then we got ourselves also a Costume Bulbasaur and Squirtle Squad, Squirtle Hundo, which you just absolutely love to see. Got ourselves more Hundos. We got 2 Ponytas. Funny enough, you can see they were both caught in the wild on the same day. I caught both Hundo Ponytas on the same day. Stuff you love to see. Did a trade with my fiance. Ended up getting a lucky randomly. We were just trading stuff from our storage. Got a Hundo Rowlet. Got ourselves an Execute. Got our Tyrant. And then GoFest 2023, sorry, comes around 2024. I'm getting ahead of myself. But we did catch this with the Hundo Lucario in New York, and that was my only New York Hundo, unfortunately. It was a little bit slow for me, but it is what it is. We also got a tiny Hundo right here, the only one in my account, forgot to mention that, but also got revenge. So at Hoenn Tour last year, I lost a Hundo Groudon. I didn't mention it because I was waiting for the revenge part of it, but we got another one and got our revenge during GoFest Global last year. Then we got ourselves Helioptile, got ourselves Charizard, got Meowscarada, Lechonk, you know me, love the boy Lechonk. Then we got ourselves Sprigatito again, Remoraid, Wimpod, a bunch of Hundos popping up. And this is getting towards the end of 2023. We got Pickle Rick. We got 2 Hundos there of it. So stuff you love to see. I probably should evolve one of those. Conkeldurr during Calm Day. That was fun. Got 2 XXL Hundos, as well as a hatched Hundo Galarian Darumaka, which you love to see. Got a Hisuian Voltorb. Got a Munchlax. Hatching those eggs during, Halloween was a lot of fun. We got a Vulpix right before Halloween. And then we got a Costume Vulpix during Halloween. Stuff you love to see. Got a Purifiable Hundo. Got a Hundo Dino. Was this, yeah, hatched from a 10K egg. Stuff you love to see. Got a Magby, got ourselves an Elekid, Dedenne, again, more Hundos just popping up at Ghastly, which was really nice. And then we get into Fashion Week, where I got a decent amount of Hundos, especially of the Diglett. Stuff you love to see. Got ourselves a Smoochum with the costume as well. Got ourselves a Shinx with the costume, a Swablu randomly, a Quillfish, and Sneasel, all that kind of stuff. Just was picking up a ton of Hundos, and then traded this during the Hisuian Sneasel event with my fiance. We were just trading costume Pokemon to see if we could get a Hundo. Went lucky and I got a Hundo. So I have 3 Hundo Top Hat Digletts. Cool. Then we move on. Got ourselves a Galarian Stunfisk. Got ourselves a Clodsire. You guys know how much I love Clodsire. Then we got ourselves a bunch of Hundos during Christmas time. Got 3 Hundo Darumakas around the Christmas time. 3 days in a row. It was insane. 1 normal one, 2 Galarian. Stuff you love to see. And then 2024 started. with hundos. We got ourselves 2 hundos on the first day of the year, and the second day of the year we also got a hundo Noctowl, and then we got our first ever hundo shadow with a hundo shadow Excadrill. Stuff you just absolutely love to see. Got a hundo Pancham, hundo Scraggy, Machamp, Saw dude, and we'll talk about the Saw dudes very, very soon. But we also got a shadow hundo Ho-Oh during raid weekend. Stuff you absolutely love to see. It was during January when we had this raid weekend, and man, I was hyped to get this thing. It was sick. Very, very happy. It's used in PvP all the time. And the day after, I actually have its PvP partner, Landorus. Crazy. I caught them back-to-back days from the same exact gym. So maybe I gotta, go to that gym every single day. But we got a Scyther hundo, got a Bisharp, got ourselves another hundo shadow. Again, 2024 was the year of the hundo shadow so far, and you'll see there's even more to come. But then we got ourselves a Happiny, got a Scrope, Tyrant, 2 Tyrants actually, 1 hatched, 1 from research. Got ourselves a Drampa, which you'll love to see. Got another hundo Dratini during the Dragon type event. We got a hatched hundo Galarian Farfetch. You take it. Second Leak Duck. Got ourselves a Krogan that we purified. Got ourselves a hundo Darmaka yet again. Love this. Then we got ourselves a Numel. And this actually starts Sinotaur this year. This starts Sinotaur, sorry. This was caught at the apartment before we even left to Sinotaur. This was caught at the apartment, which was nice while I was editing, late night editing. But we hatched a hundo Chingling, got Rocky, which was absolutely insane. The Shundo Piplup, you guys probably saw it there, like, wait a second, isn't that shiny? This was from a random trade with the boy Rocky at Sinotaur, sorry, and absolutely insane. And then we got ourselves a hundo Absol following it, which was, again, pretty crazy from a raid. Also got a hundo Pachirisu at in New York where I played Global Sinotaur, and we also got a Hisuian Growlithe and a Giratina and a Shellos. And we talk about the hundo we lost. We lost the hundo Quillfish in the research stack. It was a little bit pain. I cleared out my research stack and it wasn't there anymore because I had done too many tasks. But then we got ourselves a random event, which was nice with the party hats. Was able to pick up a party hat Bulbasaur. Got ourselves a hundo male Combi for the memes, first day of the new season. Then we got a Captain Hat Pikachu hundo, which you absolutely love to see. I maxed that thing to level 50. Was it a Stardust mistake? Maybe a little bit, but it is what it is. Then we got a hundo Rockruff on stream. I remember this. It was pretty awesome. Got ourselves some more shinies, some more hundo, sorry. Baroom. Got ourselves the Sunny Castform, Paris, Drampa. Then we hit 36k on stream. Got ourselves a hundo Drifloon. Got a hundo during Calm Day. Hundo Hatch on the same day as Calm Day. And then Shundo Kyogre, first raid of the raid day. Got ourselves a Shundo Kyogre, now named after Marissa. Shout out to Marissa, appreciate you for always supporting the channel. But got ourselves a Swablu, got ourselves a Groudon yet again, and yes, we got even more revenge. Stuff we love to see. That was on raid day. Imagine if we got a Shundo Groudon. But then we got more hundos, Shroomish, got ourselves another Shroomish, which is now a Breloom, 2 Costume Cottonies, which I forgot to mention there. As you can see, we got 2 of them. Move on to the Whimsicott, stuff you absolutely love to see. And then we scroll down a little bit. We got a Mewtwo that is purified, got a Goomy, and we got Saw, dude. Stuff you absolutely see on a 10-hour stream in the month of April. We got a Saw, dude, which you, again, love to see. This thing is just, man, just one of the biggest flexes in my collection and one of my favorite Pokemon. It's about to be leveled up to level 50. We still need, oh, never mind. Boom, we leveled it up in this video. Maxed out to level 50. Saw, dude, what you do love to see. Just so good. Can't wait to remove frustration from it. But then we moved down, got ourselves some more hundos, got a Snorlax in there from research, got a couple Yoshis on Calm Day, got ourselves a Spinda, got ourselves a Tapu Bulu, and then the last event rolled around and we hatched a bunch of hundos, including a Drober. But the highlight of the event was definitely none other than Saw, dude, Junior. Yes, we got ourselves a second Saw, dude, which you just absolutely love to see. Couldn't believe that I picked this up for the collection. Was very stoked about it for sure. And again, it's just an iconic Pokemon on the channel, and to get a second one is insane. But then we also hatched a hundo Cluffa and recently got a hundo Growlithe. So that's all the hundos in the account. 329 total hundos, but now we move over to the opposite side of the spectrums, the Nundos. And this one was caught the day after my birthday, a Nundo Goomy, which you love to see. And then we got a Shadow Nundo a very long time after, but a Shadow Nundo Weedle, which you absolutely love to see, the only one in my collection. And then we have a really cool Pokemon here, which is a Fomantis. But this was my Pokédex Fomantis, which was just absolutely insane. Pokédex Fomantis was a Nundo. Don't even know what the odds are on that, but I'm pretty sure it's insane. Then we got a Nundo during a Spotlight Hour, followed up by my only shiny Nundo in the account, followed up by the only shiny Nundo in my account, the Nundo Shiny Delphox, which was a Fennekin, caught on Calm Day. But I also got a Nundo friend on Calm Day, which is funny to me. Then we got ourselves a XXL No Duo, because this was a huge Nundo Doduo, which you love to see, followed up with a Nundo Whalmer, Nundo Oddish, Nundo C-Dot, and you can see they're just caught over time. Nimble, which was really cool, a Nundo Nimble. I've been collecting these. Really, I've been focusing on them since like May last year to keep a hold of them. But yeah, we got in a couple really cool ones. We got a Wooper on Calm Day. We got ourselves a XXL Nundo Gothita during Fashion Week. Got ourselves a Nundo almost level 1 Chansey on Calm Day. Stuff you love to see. Got ourselves a Nundo Dratini, sorry. Got ourselves a Nundo Pikachu, Captain Hat Pikachu, which you love to see. Probably my rarest Nundo. Then we got ourselves a Nundo on Calm Day, and that's our most recent one. And that's actually a lie, because Krogunk Spotlight Hour, I got a Nundo and accidentally transferred it. And funny enough, it would have been my second Nundo Krogunk, which is kind of funny that I've gotten 2 of them. But yeah, kind of sad that that happened. Let's see if we could get a shiny Shelder on the house. But overall, a pretty cool collection. We got ourselves, like I said, a bunch of Hundos, a bunch of Nundos, 329 Hundos, 25 Nundos, a total of 350 between the two. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know in the comments down below. How many Hundos do you have and how many Nundos do you have? Let me know in the comments down below. If you want to see more videos just like this, let me know. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.